are headed over to Jared's place to get the grain buggy out, and we're going to get the corn head out as well. Alex has the seat tender hooked to the black Ford. We're going to put that away. And I have a skid steer on this trailer that I am going to use to get the corn head out of the building. Now you might be saying, gee Andy, what in the heck are you doing that for? Why don't you just drive the combine over? Well, our combine won't fit in this building with the grain bin extensions out and the tarp on it, and I don't feel like taking that off. So I figured that we would just try to get the head out with the skid steer, being that we have to come over here anyways and move some other stuff around. So that's what we're doing. So I better turn the windshield wipers on, because somebody will think that the wipers don't work on the truck. However, you guys don't need to see something flapping back and forth on the windshield. So we're just using this tractor that we have to get the grain buggy out and get it home. We're probably going to use a different tractor on it once we get shelling corn. So this flat topped building here is rather short. It's only, I don't know, it's probably 12'6" or 13 foot tall, and it might be 14, I suppose, but it's really short, and the combine just barely fits when everything is all folded up. So we'll get the doors opened up, get inside, and get things dug out. Alright, corn head's back in that corner. We'll get the grain buggy out of here. Then hopefully the skid steer's got enough ass to lift that head up. I'm gonna get a question, because I get it every time we're over here. We had a hydrated lime path around the combine at one time, thinking that would deter the mice from getting inside it, but it really didn't. I think they hopped over it. The idea of the hydrated lime is that they'll get that on their feet, and it'll burn them, and yeah. So we'll see if she can't get this lined up. I don't know if she can see it. Go to the left. Pull ahead. Pull forward to the left. All right, take that drawbar. Take this, go like this. All right. Straight back. Whoa. Turn to the right. Whoa, right there. All right, this is what we do. You ready? Go. Okay.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
How is your day going?
Oh, it's going great.
That's really good.
Really good day out. Nice weather.
Fun stuff, right?
Yeah.
Alright, let's get that tender back in.
Alright, Alex, go through backing up
You gonna back her in?
You can do it.
I don't know.
Huh?
I don't
Or
know.
you want me to back it in?
Well, I got the camera, so.
Yeah, you're master filmer today. No one else can do it as good as you. You've got like the perfect angle.
I put it right under my head.
Right at your eyes. Alex, eye level. You think that's what? Yeah, that would be. It's raining out there. Isn't it, huh? Uh-oh. On a mission.
Yeah. I don't really like this.
I'm gonna level that out.
It scares me.
He's so good at this, he doesn't even need his body.
Well, he might. Ooh. Off the ground. It's on this cord. This it's on there. Might have to pull forward a little.
Huh?
I gotta grab this out.
Oh, yeah, pull forward a little bit. Put the plug is underneath it. Hopefully we didn't crush it. No, the plug isn't there. It's just the wires. That's good. We'll have to move it again anyway, so. Alright, we'll just get the skid steer strap down. We can come over here, I don't know, maybe this afternoon and grab that corn head. We'll probably have to reposition the seat tender once we get things stacked back in here, because we kind of need it to come out before the grain buggy comes out, obviously, and the combine and all that stuff. But we unrolled the tarp, let that dry off, and then we'll have to roll it up at some point when it gets dry. And we'll get these doors shut and we'll get on out of here. righty, we are back here from doing our little job with getting the corn head out, whatever like that, the grain buggy. We are in the high moisture corn silo. Now we had some problems with this unloader back. It was about the time we were chopping second cutting. We had the ring drive seize up and it actually kinked the blower. It twisted it because everything hangs. The unloader's actually hanging from that blower, if you will. We got that fixed, and then we took that ring drive piece all apart, the collector ring, and cleaned it all out. We assumed that the grease groove just got dried out. And then periodically I would come in here when I took doors out or lowered the unloader and tried to grease it, and it wouldn't take grease. So what I would do is I would take the grease zerks out. There's one here and there's one directly on the other side. I would put a prick in there, let the unloader run, clean the grease groove out, and then it would take grease. But it wouldn't take it the next time. So that has been replaced. Center State put a new collector ring on there. Another time I was taking a door out, moving my little indicator down the cable that's on the outside of the silo that goes up and over and hooks to the tripod and whatever, and there was some burrs in it. So I was getting worried about the cables maybe being a little weak. They're only like 11 or 12 years old. I've seen these cables go as many as 20 years. So I asked them if they could put some cables on, and that's what they did. They put new cables on. So there's 3 legs called and then there's a tripod up in the roof. So there's 3 cables that are hooked together. They go out the door, down the silo about 10 feet or so, and then it's braided into one. So Center State put new cables on. They put that new collector ring in. They put a new cord on this coming over to the outside of the silo, and then we have some new cord ends on here as well. We had gotten this unloader set up to well, we got it this far prior to them doing this work to it. But that guy came and took that distributor off and put it back on alone. So what we have to do now is we have to take the splash pan there, set that in on the actual distributor itself, so that when we blow corn in the silo, it'll hit that panel, come over to the spinning wheel, and then the spinning wheel will throw it to the outside of the silo. I'm going to climb up to the top with a rope, drop a rope down, pull the cord up as this is raising itself to the top. So we are going to make sure that that's got grease in it. It looks like he greased it already, but yeah. We might as well go ahead and we'll drop that cord down through the blower housing, Nate, this one. That's what drives the motor on this spinner. We're going to plug that in. We're going to make sure that works. And then we can get this pulled to the top. So... oh, wait a second. No, I'm wrong. We've got to put that on first and send it down through the shroud and then grab it from the bottom. And then there's one over here. Yeah, he did grease that already, but So the reason why it bent that blower housing was because this couldn't turn here, and then the ring drive forced the unloader to turn when the top couldn't. And then it ended up bending up this housing. We never did show you guys that. And I don't think that's kicking around here anymore, is it?
Threw it out 2 days ago.
Yeah, that did make the scrap truck, yeah. So we thought we wore the housing out to where it was thin. However, that was not the reasoning for that twisting. All right, so we'll feed that cord down through Nate. I'll get down on the ground. I'll see if I can grab that. I'll have to move the paddles out of the way. We'll plug that in. There's a cord over here. We'll make sure the blower's off and the ring drive is on. And, well, actually, we don't want to move it too far because it's right where we want it, over there. So. Alright. Alrighty, so we powered this just to make sure that distributor did its job, and we are now going to, I'm going to climb the inside chute. I'm going to go all the way to the top. We're going to get this thing raising. I'm going to drop a rope down. We're going to hook it to the power cord, and then I'm going to start pulling the power cord up through, and Nate's going to unwrap it from the outside of the silo so we can have it up top in order to plug this in, because this is going to slowly go around the silo and spit the corn to the outside as we are filling here. So, yeah. Alrighty, we are up to the top of the silo. The unloader is, oh, I don't know. It's not quite halfway up. So we're just gonna have to wait up in here until it gets up to the top. But we do have the cord pulled to the top here so that we can plug the unloader in once it reaches the top so that it can run that power distributor. Now, we have had trouble with this main pulley coming through the side of the silo. We've had trouble with that pulley not turning before. Usually just whack on it with a hammer a little bit and it takes off. We also have to make sure all those other pulleys turn. I'm having a hard time seeing that one way over there and that one again on the opposite side. So the one that's at 10 and the one that's at 2 o'clock. So we'll get our handy dandy Olight out here, and if I concentrate really hard, I can see that one moving. And I could see that one moving. So all, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pulleys here all together, and they are all, of course, turning. So I do have a 2-way radio up in here. We can use that to get a hold of Nathan. He's down on the ground waiting patiently for this unloader to reach the top. He's also making sure that the cable is winding around the winch spool nice and neatly. So we'll touch base with you guys once this unloader reaches its way up to the top here. We show this every year. We've got a nice little nest over here. It's looking like its residents have done gone left town. Yeah. Throw that sucker down, and yeah. Alrighty. We'll just wait till we get to the top. Well, we've just got a couple feet left to go. Well, more than a couple, maybe 10, 12 feet. We do have cell phones, but we're also using these little two-way radios, which work out pretty handy. Gives us more or less a little bit of a safety net. If this doesn't work, the cell phone will work. The cell phone will work, we can fall back on this. About 10 feet, Nate. About 10 feet, Nate.
Okay.
Now we've got our clean chute spout sitting on the unloader. We'll have to pull that into where I'm standing once we get this all plugged in and ready to go here. We usually don't pull this completely to the top just because that spinner, if you have that spinner about level with the top of the silo, you will get dust to come out the roof. We have stuffed bags in all the way around, but as you can see, that has started to come out. So I think we got this almost high enough. We're just about there, Nate. You could shut it off from the breaker on the back of the commodity shed.
Okay.
That's good. Nate, that's good. That is it. Hey, Siri. All right, we're not too bad. I would put it down just a little bit. Go down a couple feet, Nate. Go down a little bit.
I shut it off from the breaker. I had to go back and switch the switch.
Okay, switch the switch to neutral, turn your breaker on, and then control everything right from the silo room, or the commodity shed.
I'm already back out here after switching it back over, so I'm gonna let it down some.
Yeah, let it down a little bit. That should be good right there. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna tie this chute out of the way. And then we're gonna plug our cord in, hook our chain up, and then turn this thing on, make sure it works and runs and does all that stuff. And then we can take our spout, tie it into the chute where we're at, and then we can go ahead and climb down. So, let's put you guys away and do some maneuvering here. All right, everything is all set and ready to go. We've got this clean chute spout that we're just gonna pull down in the chute. After we climb down, we've got our cord plugged in. Hey Nate, can you hear me? Yeah. Go ahead and turn that on. All right, bingo. that is doing the job that it needs to do. All right, you can see that's going around. Everything's working the way it's supposed to. Yeah. Well, alrighty, we might as well go ahead and climb down. I just want to make sure that spout came around the way it's supposed to. One time I made a mistake and I tied that damn thing to the frickin' tripod. Not good. I suppose you could maybe set it across the tripod and tie it down, but we've always tied it to the unloader itself. I worry about tying it to the tripod and then having corn build up on it when that distributor goes around. So we're gonna go ahead and now climb down. Okay, so we have the unloader to the top, and I may or may not have explained why we put straw in here. And the reason why we put the straw in here is so that when we start to hit straw next year, we will know that it is empty. That'll hit pretty quick. We do not want to get down into the base of this because there's gravel in there, and we don't want to run gravel through the silo loader. So I need to pull that door in, but I got to pull them strings out. Here is what the cable looks like all wrapped up on the drum. We've got 3 cables coming down around now because that's what needs to attach to the actual unloader itself, and it looks like it's got about 4 wraps on here. And once it gets past all these wraps and it's got enough cable to go the length of the silo, what it does is it goes to a single cable. All right, we'll get things closed up, and actually I need to pull that string out. All right, so this job's done, Nathan. How many years in a row have you done this job with me? 2. All of them, right? All of them. All right, so that is gonna do it for this video. I want to thank everybody for watching, and we will catch you at the next one. I think we've got everything out of the silo that we brought up here, correct? So these young gents are washing silage trailers. This is the 3rd and final one. Got Jacob and Christian on the job here. Doing a hell of a stroke of business. Hell of a stroke of business. That Milwaukee coat keeping you warm?
It is, actually. I like it.
Yeah?
That's the money I ever spent.
There you go. Boy, looking nice.
Trying.